Yes, it is. It's getting cool again.
All right, where was I? Oh, yes,
Pencil.
got my pencil. That last video generated quite a few questions. Terry, among others, wanted to know more about the tool that I used and the method for using it to take the pattern off of the hull to transfer to the bulkhead, and how I use this little tool. This thing here is kind of a chip. Can you show that? How good can you see that? It's an L-shaped chip. If I set it down here like that, that our friend Andy, boat builder, carpenter, consultant, and general all-around good guy, gave me to use for this purpose. So here's the way it works. Take the flat piece with the L down and place the flat with the L against the hull. And place it like that, okay? And then, if I had lined this up properly, there you go, it would be like that. You place it against the hull, and then you slide it down, and as you slide it down, I used a Sharpie for this originally, but what you do is you mark it, slide it down against the hull, keeping this surface against the hull, mark it, and so on. So then when you come back to the workshop, you'll have a flat piece of cardboard laid out, and you will take this chip and lay it. This time you'll line up the top edge with the line that you drew, like that. And the L will help you keep your pencil lined up at right angles to the pattern, instead of, otherwise if you're doing it other ways it would be tipped down and it would be less accurate. So the little L thing kind of helps like that and helps you keep the pencil straight. So then you just slide this along the lines and draw it out like that, and then you cut it.
Or match it up with the line and make a dot.
Yeah, you can make dots or lines or whatever. Mark it anyway. You know the old rule. Measure, mark, measure again, and then cut. So maybe you want to measure 3 times sometimes. It's a good idea. But the reason, and someone suggested that maybe you could use a compass and just measure the distance, but the problem is, the hull isn't perfect. And if you look over here, you'll see this side you've got 1 inch or so, and over on this side, in places down here, it comes right down. It's like
almost to the very bottom.
Almost to the edge, but it's never even as much as half as much of a distance as it is over here. And yet, when we fit this thing, these are centered. We put it in the boat, these are centered. This curvature here is different. So, and then too, remember, we're moving it back 4 inches, so the whole design of the hull, because it flares out slightly and gets more belly to it as you move aft, more tumble home on the outside. So there's more curvature as you move aft. You move even 4 inches, the curve changes, everything changes. So anyway, we make a new pattern, and that's how we do it. Then we cut out the cardboard. Make sure we remember which way faces which, because if you flip it over, it won't fit.
It won't fit.
Okay, we mark it, make sure we have it in the right direction, take it back, take this piece, the cardboard, back down to the boat, double check it, make sure it fits the way we want it to fit.
And then cut.
I made a modification. We don't need this. In the original bulkhead, it was cut like this so you could look in the locker and see the level of water in the water tank. That's the only reason for this cut. And as you can see, it weakens the bulkhead quite a bit. Not necessary. The whole, how long has it been? 26 years that I've owned that boat. I've never once looked in that place to see if the water tank is full. I always, lift up the cushion and look down into the top of the tank to look at the water.
Yeah.
So.
And I can
really,
only think of maybe 1 or 2 times we've ever done that. So.
Yeah, really, we just top off whenever we can, or when we run out at the dock, we just go fill the tank. But we do need this cut out here for the spigots that come off the back. There's two spigots. Freshwater supply, one goes to the galley sink and one went to the head sink. There was a sink in the head. We're plugging that one off. We're only going to run the one to the galley. So now we've got this made. We've checked it against the hull of the boat and made it just exactly the way we want it. Now we lay it out on our piece of plywood. Just trace it and we're done.
Cut it out. We're ready to rock. And you're doing that today, right?
Yeah, well, I meant to do it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, round, T-U-I-T, round to it. I didn't get my round to it.
Okay.